Hi friends, Linda here from my fantasy homestead. It's been 10 months now and I'm in my fantasy homestead now. We bought a house. This is the cottage that's attached to the main house, so it has two parts. I'll show you the main house in another video, and this is my little place of business. It is very dirty. Bits are falling off the walls, and this is even worse. Where am I? Look, look. So my first point of business today is gonna be clean this cottage so we can actually move in, because it's good enough to live and I think we have power. I just don't know, I need to check. And actually let's go upstairs and put RDS on. I definitely need to clean it though. As far as we know, no one's lived here for 4 years. A bit damp, bit derelict, but it has really nice bones. Put that on. RCD's on. I can't hear any burning sounds yet, which is great. Let's pop to the bathroom. I think this is going to be the easiest one. No. Nope. Oh, yes. That looks dangerous though, doesn't it? A little bit. Before we move in and before I start cleaning, I need to take the bits off of the wall that are falling off. I think it's oil paint, but because of the moisture coming out from everywhere, there is a broken drain just outside of the cottage as well. It's pouring the water straight down onto the wall, and the wall is solid brick, lime, mortar, very old. I think this cottage is mid-1700s. Yeah. So it's pouring it in and it's coming down and through the walls. And because it's oil paint inside, it can't dry out. So if I take off the oil paint, hopefully it can evaporate and slowly dry out. That's what we're gonna do now. And then we are gonna clean like crazy. I actually think that these are salt crystals coming out, the white bits, as you can see. If I'm right, please let me know. Why would there be a salt coming through the side of the house? Pretty please, with flowers on top, okay? The paint's coming off in massive clumps. It just keeps coming off. I actually decided to take everything off of here, off the walls, because in my opinion it's already off, because it's not stuck to the wall and there's salt crystals in between. So if it falls off now with just a gentle scrape, then it will fall off in the future and it will just cause more problems, because it will fall off when I have furniture here or I have already cleaned and etc. I'm gonna leave this wall for Mark to play with because I am busy doing all of that. Everything's basically like split in layers and it's coming off very, very fast. There's oil paint on top, as I mentioned. Everything's wet, and then there's massive old beam of wood going straight into that wet wall, and I'm worried that this beam might rot the bits that are in the wall.
As far as we have figured out, there is solid brick wall underneath this, and then the previous owners have put on plasterboard, plaster sheets, and it has created the cavity just behind the plaster. So all of the condensation in the house happens on the opposite side of this decorative wall. As you can see, everything is just falling to bits.
First cup of tea in the new house. Mark made me one, and himself, we just had a little bit of sippy, like ching ching. I have made a mess. I have moved everything that falls off, and hopefully nothing else will fall off and things can start drying out. If not. I'll sweep the floor now because it's very, very dirty.
We both cleaned till very, very late in the evening and then went to bed. This night was super cold because there's no heating in the house, and we are just very lucky to have cold water and electricity. We definitely don't have a table and the chairs, so last night we had supper and we had it on these stairs, and as I was sitting and eating my sandwich, I was sitting and thinking, I really need to clean this because this is very, very grimy and no one has been here for such a long time. I feel like the house starts to feel like your home just straight after you clean it thoroughly for the first time. Before that, it just feels like someone else's house that you have just walked in and you're judging of how dirty it is and how many bits are falling off of the walls, etc. This house is very damp, and I don't know if you have been in a very damp and cold house, but the dampness actually makes it feel a lot more colder than it actually is because it's in your clothes and it's everywhere else. I'm just looking at myself climbing on the windowsill, and the point of this exercise was to put silicone in the gap that has basically shown up due to the window slipping down, because it's been so long here that all of the window frames are actually rotted and we can't open the windows basically.
Hi, day number 2. Welcome to the kitchen. I mean, the windows are busted, the door's busted, and there is stuff everywhere because we just dumped it in here because no one can actually see inside. Because in the front room you can see inside because I don't have curtains yet. Oh, so many different things that I need to do. I need to clean this. We literally just dumped everything in. One good thing is I have not found any rat or mice droppings, which is great. Means that there's no rodent problem. There's just damp everywhere. So first we need to do is get all of the stuff out so I can sweep and clean and wipe as crazy as possible and get all of the potential glass out of it so it doesn't break on me when I'm measuring the windows, because I want to replace them with something that lets the sunlight in. Yeah.
I really wish cleaning in real life was so fast as this, because if I could move things this fast, in and out, in and out, in and out, and it would work, would be amazing. But it doesn't work like that. This actually reminds me that I need to get some shelving units. We had shelving units in our garage before, and I need to measure the ceiling here to see if they are gonna fit, because the ceiling is very, very low here, and potentially the shelves might fit in here. If they do, it would be amazing because I could just put it higher.
The colors are still staying, which is nice. Yay! Okay, we are gonna start. That's recycling, that's rubbish. Don't mind me. I need to take those with me later on. as I was saying, we're gonna start with bits that are gonna fall off. Doesn't that look like a smiley face to you? With two eyes before it's destroyed. It looks like that to me, especially last night when I was making tea. I was like, oh, smiley face. The house is smiling at me. Oh no. Do you see that? We have bought a dehumidifier, but it's going to my in-laws place, so we are gonna go to my in-laws tonight, and we're gonna stay there for a couple of days, work, and yeah, do other things, like get supplies. But in the same time, you don't really want to leave everything here, just in case someone breaks in, because this is a derelict building, pretty much. Okay, I'm just super happy electricity is working.
You can see how humid it is in this house that even the inside walls in between the rooms, not the outside walls that are usually wet, these are the inside walls. The moisture is literally condensing on them due to the coldness and the amount of humidity in this room, in this house basically. These cracks don't bode well, but then the house is very old as well, and it's probably moving. Apparently houses move every year up to like 2 centimeters. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've read that old houses move around a lot. That makes me think about the back wall in the back of the cottage that is trying to go for a walk as well, because it's bowing out and there are cracks inside, and I have not seen any stabilizing structures thus far. For example, like wooden, like metal rods going into the walls. We spoke with our neighbors as well, and they basically said that house was in a tip-top shape till approximately last year, when someone broke in and smashed all of the windows. For the big house, the windows have been smashed into the sunroom as well, so someone's been inside. There's glass inside everywhere, and I haven't cleaned the big house because there is no point. I will need to take carpets out and everything else out. But as you can see, this door is not operational because it opens inwards, and then the floor is higher than the door, which is really strange. The door behind me that you can see connects to the main house and the cottage. We can't unlock it because there is no key for it.
Let's start on the cabinets. They might have glass in them and lots of fly poop. But at least I have water. We found this key, but the thing is, it doesn't fit anywhere and we don't know where it's for. So we're just gonna keep on to it in case there's a hidden safe somewhere, maybe. One of these days. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
We actually found out where this key was going to, and it was going to the door connecting cottage to the courtyard, the one with broken glass. But because someone had tried to break in, they have put the screwdriver in a lock and twisted the lock out.
I don't know if you could see it, but there's like hundreds of little glass shards everywhere here, because that was double glazed window and it got shattered by someone because of giggles. So there's one crashed, one second crashed, and I can't replace them yet. Yay! Because we don't live here full time, so we are worried that if we replace these, someone's gonna break in again, because it's the back of the house, not on the street side, so no one can really see anyone in the garden if you're not here. So we're not replacing them at the moment. At the moment. The time will come. By the way, the ceiling is super low. Like, I can touch it. And I am 5'2". 156 centimeters. Yeah, I am not very tall. And this kitchen feels homey. Let's sweep the cabinets now, down and up, and then I'm gonna wipe them down with just water. It's just gonna be fine. I just noticed that that door needs wiping as well. That one needs wiping.
When we saw the house last summer, it wasn't in such a bad condition. It has gotten a lot worse. It's more humid and it feels like there's mold everywhere now. Before that, I definitely remember that there was not so much mold everywhere, because now it's on all of the doors, on the ceiling, everywhere, especially the big house, not in a cottage that much. And we have cleaned most of everything off with vinegar spray and tried to disinfect it. And because we're heating the house, it should be better.
I am gutted. I have spent the last hour cleaning this cupboard, this worktop, and that cupboard, and there. That was like filled with spider webs. And I still have all of that to clean. Mark has cleaned the door. It's lovely. He's there, waving. Henry, ready to come in. This is gonna be the next thing to do. It's atrocious, but we're gonna get there eventually. Maybe next time we come over, because this time we won't have enough time. I think I have 45 minutes, and I lost my watch, by the way. It's a house tax. Yay. It's somewhere. I have no idea where. The strap broke and it fell off my wrist. I can't find it. I have gone around everywhere where I was, except for the convenience store that we visited. Yeah. If it fell down there, who knows? Okay, we hoover now.
When we first arrived into the house, the sink was literally filled with glass. I have tidied it out, but I think a lot has gone down into the drain, so I will need to open up the U-shaped pipe where all of the debris usually collects and clean that out, and I expect that to have a lot of glass in there. I don't know if you noticed, but the lintel above this window is bowing as well, so we will need to have a structural engineer come in and investigate that, because I don't know if it's structurally sound and if putting new windows will actually damage it. The new things that I need to think about and that worry me during the nights. It's insane. I think this is a repurposed kitchen from potentially the big house, because all of the worktops and all of the cabinets look like they are second hand. Most of them are missing bits, and some of them are just like weirdly shaped, and the main kitchen is weirdly shaped, so I think it came from there. There's me waving at you guys with gloves. It looks very nice. It looks a lot cleaner now that we have taken the cobwebs off and we have swept and mopped and cleaned the cabinets. You can tell the difference between the two cabinets in here, and the worktop is really, really wet. It's cracking, but it's like a spongy thing. I think I will need to take that one out. The boiler, there is a boiler that I kind of swept past because, I mean, it's scary. It was serviced in 2015 last. We have a documentation and it doesn't have a cover. We need to find the cover because I do not think it's safe at the moment. All of this cabinet I think will need to come out, because at the moment I'm just worried about the mold and just wiping it down with vinegar, but I think it needs to go. Not only because I do not like that rotary shelf, it's because there is a lot of pipes behind it and we have noticed a leak. We put a bowl down so that it just doesn't leak on the floor, but there is so much fungi growing in there. I think I could probably start my own mushroom farm in this building, because it feels that it's humid enough and dark enough that I am growing things here free of charge.
We're done and we are going to go home. I have left all of the cupboards open so that they can dry out, but it is very moist here. And next time we're gonna come with dehumidifier. But as a last present I will leave you is what's growing in my cupboard. Like this one behind the door. I just opened it just for, let's just see what's inside. And there's this white stuff growing everywhere. We have 3-hour journey home. It's 7 o'clock in the evening now, and that means we're gonna be home at 10:30 maybe, if we're lucky. Okay, I'll see you again soon. I'm gonna walk you through the main house next time, see how that goes. And I need to finish cleaning this kitchen so I can move stuff in. By the way, stuff is back in. So no one can see it. Mark stole some bits from the window so that he could secure the front windows. The door stays shut. We don't have a key. It's locked. Everything's kind of clean. Didn't manage to get this one under the sink, but I managed to clean the sink, managed to clean all of the bits, all of the glass away, all of this. There's a rotary shelf there, and I think there's thousands of little bodies there. Yeah. It's no rat or mice droppings, thankfully, but it's like centipedes, millipedes, everything else under the sun is probably dead there. See ya. Bye bye, friends.